Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be doing a brief video explaining how Dexter Lawrence will make a huge impact on the Bengals. This is by Joesty, aka me, and yeah, let's get into it. So first, before we talk about Dexter Lawrence's impact, we're going to talk about some background information, what college he went to, what high school he went to, some of his stats, and yeah, just some information. So Dexter Lawrence went to Clemson University, which is the same college that T. Higgins went to, who is the Bengals' #2 wide receiver, really good player. Dexter Lawrence attended Wake Forest High School in North Carolina. Shout out to at FTH4Panthers, a huge Panthers fan. Go check out his YouTube channel. Moving on. Dexter Lawrence was drafted by the New York Giants in 2019, and Dexter Lawrence is a 3-time Pro Bowler. He has 30.5 total sacks in his career, 40 tackle for losses, and 341 total tackles. This guy is a tackle machine. Dexter Lawrence was traded to the Bengals for their first round 10th overall pick, and yeah, B.J. Hill, another one of the Bengals defensive ends. Played with Dexter Lawrence on the Giants in 2019, and in a recent interview, he talked about how great of a player Dexter Lawrence is. Of course, he's gonna be biased, but Dexter Lawrence is undisputed a really really good player. And this is a quote from B.J. Hill. He is one of a kind, Hill said. He's truly one of a kind. He's going to make everyone's job easier. If you leave him one-on-one, good luck. If you double him, good luck. This is saying that no matter what you do, Dexter Lawrence is always going to be a threat, and we're going to jump more into that in the next slide. So how is Dexter Lawrence going to help the Bengals, and what makes him such a good player? So Dexter Lawrence is a really, really big person. He is 6'4" and 340 pounds. With a guy that big and has proved to be such a good player, it's hard for the offensive lineman to keep up with such a big, strong person. The whole interior is locked on Dexter Lawrence. He's a huge threat, and by that forces them to have one-on-ones. Because if you double team Dexter Lawrence, that leaves Boye Mafe, who just won the Super Bowl with the Seahawks, and that leaves Jonathan Allen to deal with. Those are two really talented and big players who, if you double team Dexter Lawrence, you're going to be down a player on both of them, which is going to cause a lot of problems. It's been very clear that the Bengals' biggest struggle is defense, and more specifically, the defensive line and stopping the run. Our run defense has been pretty bad in the last few years, and adding these big additions like Jonathan Allen, Boye Mafe, and especially Dexter Lawrence is going to make a huge difference, and I have a lot more hope for the Bengals defense this year. One thing that's really hard about containing Dexter Lawrence as an offensive lineman is that one of his biggest strengths is his contact strength. When a QB hikes the ball, Dexter Lawrence, when he initially starts pushing you, his contact strength is extremely hard, and it's really hard to contain him and keep him where he is, which puts a lot of pressure on the QB. Sorry. Dexter Lawrence isn't the fastest or most nimble player. He's a big guy. It's hard to be really fast like that. That's more of an outside linebacker position. But as a strong defensive lineman, he is so good with his sheer strength, the ability to blow through offensive linemen due to his strength, his body frame, and his contact strength, which Ted Karras explained when he played against Dexter Lawrence, that one of his biggest things was his contact strength. It was so hard to keep him where he was when the QB initially hiked the ball. So some of Dexter Lawrence's best seasons include the 2024 season when he played with the Giants. He had a total of 9 sacks, a forced fumble, 31 solo tackles, and 21 assisted tackles, which combines for 44 combination tackles, which comb stands for combination, which means both solo tackles and assisted tackles. He also had 8 tackle for losses that season. In 2022, which arguably could be his best season with the Giants, Dexter Lawrence had 7.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 35 solo tackles, and 33 assisted tackles for a total of 68 combination tackles. 68 total tackles is really good for a defensive lineman because, usually the middle linebacker is the one getting the most tackles with about 90 to 120 tackles a season, a starting linebacker. So Dexter Lawrence was only like 22 tackles off of what a middle linebacker would usually get, which is just absolutely crazy. And the wording's a little bad here, which I apologize, but in Dexter Lawrence's most recent... Oh, no, sorry, this is right. In Dexter Lawrence's most recent season with the Giants in 2025 to 2026 season, in Week 4 against the Chargers, he got an interception when Justin Herbert threw a low pass, and not only did Dexter Lawrence tip the ball, he swatted it, but he also ended up catching it and was maybe like 3 yards away from scoring a pick six, which would be crazy, but it's still outstanding for a defensive or a defensive lineman to score a touchdown or to get an interception in general. Even just tipping the ball is really good, and they ended up winning that game 21-18. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I'm really excited to see how Dexter Lawrence is going to play this season. I'm really excited. He's very excited to be on the team. Everyone's talking very highly about him, and yeah, I'm excited to see how effective he'll be, and I have a lot of high hopes for him. And if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Hope you have a good Thursday, and Hoo Day.